Hey, what's up guys, John Levitrius. Hope you're having a great day today. Coming back at you with an update with the Peru playthrough on the World 3 x 4 map. Now, unfortunately, it looks like we are in a bad situation with Peru and my coalition versus the massive coalition consisting of Libya, Sweden, Norway, India, and Finland. They have completely taken control of the rest of the world, Asia, Africa, Australia. They haven't taken the Americas, but they have invaded, and it's not looking good, guys. So we're going to see what we can do with this defensive Peru. I've basically gone completely on the defensive. My allies, I'm not really sure how active they are. Chile has seemed not to be moving whatsoever, and I believe he is basically away from the game. I would say Argentina is basically doing the same thing. There's no movement. Argentina has been invaded down here by India, and he's just rolling through with his tank division down here. There's no activity for my guys responding, so I'm thinking this might be a by myself thing. I really hope they get online and fight because I need their help. Right now it's basically 1 against 5. I'm going to do the best I can, but there's definitely some lessons to be learned from this game, and I've had games like this before. I'll get into that later, but right now let's get into what's going down in my territories. So let's zoom in a little bit here, and you can see there are some enemy units coming in, and this country is Libya, and he is invading. He just took this overnight. I was suspecting he was going to invade somewhere, and he has, and he's got multiple units here. He's just got infantry moving here, but then he's got anti-air divisions with rocket trucks here, high-level infantry, SAM launchers, more rocket launchers. He's just loaded with the rocket launchers, so he's keeping me at a distance. He's got SAM, so I can't really use too much fixed air wings against him, so that's bombers and fighters, strike fighters, things like that, and also missiles. It's high-level SAM launchers, so not really a good idea for me to fly in any fixed wing units there. And then he's got his rocket launchers, and I don't have rocket launchers, I have artillery, so I can't really get too close to him without taking a lot of casualties. I'm not in a very good spot, guys. Mainly what I've been focusing on is upgrading my navy, and that's what I'm going to have to rely on to try to defend myself. So I have this unit here. It's a level 5 destroyer with a level 3 cruiser coming up here into northern Venezuela to bombard, see if I can do anything at all there. I have more units of naval units staying back to guard my homeland in the Pacific. So I have a destroyer here, cruiser there, and then I have subs at different intersections. Then I have my main group here, which is 5 destroyers and 1 cruiser, and then another destroyer here. So I'm just really trying to rely on them to keep my coastline at least, and if they get close, they can get in my envelope of my radius of my cruisers and destroyers. Alright, Air Force. My groups really consist of level 3 attack helicopters, level 4 heavy bombers, and then I have some not strike fighters, air superiority fighters at level 4, but really they're useless right now because he's got such high level SAMs and so many of them in different groups. So one thing I can capitalize on though is my attack helicopters. Now they're not going to be invincible. Now SAMs can't hit helicopters. However, if you look at a unit like this, they have a pretty good defense. They have 16 defense against helicopters, no attack rating, but I'm going to have to try something. I can't sit here and let him do anything he wants, so I'm going to have to rely on some attack helicopters, which I have spread out in my lands. I have 1 here, 2 up here, and then I'm going to have another one down here. I'm already producing another one. And in my research, I'm leveling them up here more range, and then I'm also just try out the gunship just to annoy him more. I'm really just trying to make it as difficult as possible for them to get in here, because most guys, they will have SAMs and THAADs, and that's what this guy has, so he's protecting himself against jets, bombers, and missiles. However, helicopters, not so much, and that's the mobile anti-air vehicles come into play because they can have that defense. That is really what I'm going to have to do, guys. I've lost this city here to Norway. Again, a lot of this has happened overnight. I tried to do my best with what I had to have defenses up here, but they just got completely wiped out. And I know he has naval units up here somewhere as well, so I'm expecting a pretty heavy fight. I'm not very optimistic about this game either, especially with my teammates not helping out. So, and that's okay, you know. You live and you learn this kind of game. And the biggest lesson I think I learned from this game and playing as Peru is if you are Peru, you got to expand quickly, even if you have teammates, because if you don't expand, you're going to be very limited. And I needed to move a little quicker. I did run into a roadblock here of Cuba because I thought it was going to be very easy to capture his lands, but he actually had a lot of high-level naval units in the Caribbean, and that slowed my growth down just a lot. And I think I should have just tried to take more of Mexico, for instance, or moved down here, because our teammates Australia and Myanmar went AI, and I should have just taken their countries as soon as they went AI. I was more focused on just trying to develop my own nation over here. So that's my biggest tip of advice, guys. If you're not expanding quick enough and you're seeing other coalitions grab land, I mean, it's kind of a very basic rule, of course, but it's easy to forget to not keep expanding your economy and your lands and your bases and things like that. So, and that's a situation I'm in now. I'm very limited on what I have, but you can't give up. You have to keep fighting, because you never know. Sometimes your enemies, who seem incredibly strong, they may do something that can be a weakness and you can exploit it. Sometimes they go away from the game and you can take advantage of that and basically attack while they're sleeping. So we're going to see what happens, guys. It's going to be a massive battle, I think, coming up here. If you have any questions about Peru or South America, shoot me any comments. Please like and subscribe. Keep this channel growing, guys. I really appreciate the comments and the engagement I've been getting from you guys and the support. It's been a great experience, and I will talk to you guys next time in part 5 of the Peru playthrough.